database now of all our, all our all our beverages and what and snacks in the house. You can see your biscotto, they are down here. You can see your, you know, your fruities are here, and then your beverages are what they are here. This is your golden mon, this is your jam, this is whatever. I think this is your coffee, and then this is your whatever. Okay, these are all here. So now this shelf now we're going to assume that what that it is our what what our Apollo will look like now. So that means that if you are looking for some tea that will warm you up on a cold day, what will you do? You go here to pick what? You can pick coffee, or you can pick Horlicks, and you can now go and make it and what and drink. Then if you are looking for some snack, something to snack on maybe around midnight when you wake up because you have long throat, okay? Because you have long throat, akpiligi the ogologo, so you want looking for what to chew, okay? Rabbit, you can come and do what? Pick a biscuit here, thief, because you are throatish, all right? So you come here and do what? Pick a biscuit here and eat. Then if you're looking for some nuts to chew, what do? You come here to what? To pick a nut. You can see that we have almond here. We have almond. I can see almond. I can see pistachios. I can see some other nuts here. I think I can see dates also here, something like that. So stuff like this. You can even see you can also get pickle. You know what they call pickle? So what actually is Apollo? Apollo is a what? Is a lead generation what? Tool. Okay, so what is Apollo .io used for? So I can see here now that they'll tell you that what? That it's a sales engagement platform used for what? For lead generation, right? Then contact database now. But you see now, it is what? Contact database management and what? Email outreach. Now, this part now that is say contact database management now is what I just showed you with my what? With this my small cupboard here now. This is our what? Our beverage and snack database what? Management environment here, because we have our tea, our pistachio, and our biscotto, and the rest of them. They are all here, right? So that's what we have here as what? As Apollo now. So he said that it does what? It allows you also what? To generate leads and do what? Also manage our contacts, and then also do what? Conduct email outreach. Okay. So what is email outreach now? What is lead generation, and then what is contact management? Let me now explain it in our what? In our real sense now. Some of you here, you are pastor's wife. Some of you here, you are reverend's wife. Some of you here, you are father's, you are pastor's side chick. It's understandable. At least you can be able to know what I'm trying to say now. Okay. So that moment when, let me grab my paint now. Okay. Now you see here, this is our church here. Okay, this is our church here. We call it what? Otama Ministry, okay? This is our church now. The church has, they will have a small speaker here, right? Where they can be, they will not be blasting sound around the area, right? So this is our church here, and it is a Sunday. And after preaching, the pastor said, please, today is our what? Is our campaign to go and win souls for what? For the house of God. So he will what? He will give you some kind of flyer and ask you to go and do what? To go and make disciples for the what? For the Lord. So you now, Sister Katie, you carry the flyer. You are really well dressed. Then you now go out and what? To the street where they ask you to give people to go. You now go and what? And start sharing your flyer. And then the pastor said, whoever you give our flyer, do what? Collect their number and their email address, and then where they are also living, collect their street address, so you can go and visit them and maybe pray for them, and then that kind of stuff. So you now, you saw brother Akpi. This is one is brother, but you see, this one is brother Akpi is here now. So you now do what? Say, brother Akpi, good afternoon. No, say we are from It Dey Happen Bible Ministry, and we are doing outreach. So this one is your what? Is your flyer to come to our church in 3 days' time in our church auditorium. We are going to invite you. We are going to sing for you. We are going to pray for you. We are going to conduct deliverance for you. And then that thing that you are looking for, you're going to get it. So, but that people now say, okay. Maybe you now look at you and you say, fine girl, you will get better ship. It's okay. You say, brother, but please, before you go, can you quickly give me your number? You can write the number, give, because of course, you don't see fine girl, so you go like to what? To get the fine girl number. So you go give a number, you go collect email address, collect your address, and then you collect your name. You now take it give out to what? To the church. Say, pastor, that day we are done for today. Oh. I've gotten a lot of people here. I got brother Akpi, I got brother, you know, Dukuru and whatever. Pastor will not say, okay, thank you very much. So pastor will not do what now? Pastor will not collect that fly that, I mean, that's your number or your diary that you collected these people's name and email and their house address. I mean, you not do what? You not collect them and do what? You not go and keep it. Then after some days now, you not go and give it to the what? To the church PRO. Okay, so church PRO will not do what? Will not call this brother Akpi. Say, brother Akpi, say, we are calling you from It Dey Happen Bible Ministry. You gave us your number at that time, and we are trying to officially invite you. First of all, to check on you and then know that you're fine, and then we are going to what? Invite you to our church on Sunday to come and what? To come and experience God in action. And I say, okay. Now, what have you done? You have actually done what? You've actually done contact management with this brother Akpi here because you took his contact and then you went to go and give it to your what? Your pastor. Your pastor now kept it in a what? In a safe place. Then you've also done what? Outreach by what? By the church PRO calling this guy to explain that he's been invited to the church on Sunday. So that is you doing what? Contact management and what? And outreach. Then for you to take this envelope or this flyer to go out there to find people that do not know about your church before, that don't know what your church or your pastor looks like, that don't know what you guys are doing in your church, whether you guys are eating a human being or whatever. To do that alone, you have done what? Lead generation. Okay? So long as you went out there to preach about your products or your services to someone that might be interested, that might not even be interested about what you're doing what? You are doing lead generation because that person will be what? Will likely become buyer tomorrow. So people that happy now might become a what? A full-fledged what? Member of your church tomorrow because he saw you, you are a fine lady, and he likes you already. So you now took his number. So after like 3 4 days now that he's not coming to your church, you now come and start telling him, hey, Sister Nkiru, you say, I like you. He say, I know say you like me. So how you come be now? You start giving him, you now start posting him maybe until now become baptized and all, and so on and so forth. So when you're not posting, you now be telling him that, say, brother, you know that in the church like this, it is good that we stay focused in the what? In the things of God, so that if God actually wants us to what? To work out, then you're going to pray about it to what? To hear from the Lord. But actually, what you want to do is what? Is what? That brother should become a what? A full-fledged, converted what? Christian. Maybe he was even coming with what? With dreadlock, right? So that is you trying to do what? Now trying to what? Trying to nurture your brother until he becomes a what? A full Christian and devoted member of your what? Of your church. That is how it looks like when you say what? When you talk about lead generation and what? Lead management and then contact management and what? And so on and so forth. Okay, so it does not go beyond that. Now, what Apollo does for us is that what? Apollo gives us a what? This same cupboard. Oh, I don't close my cupboard. Okay, you see my cupboard here now. So Apollo give us what? Apollo give us this what? This kind of cupboard now, in the sense that when we need brother Akpi, we can come here and do what? And find him. When we need brother Mbojikwe, he's still here. If we need Sister Nkiru, she's here. If we need Sister Chochiri and Sister Demuku, we'll see them all here. Okay, if you're looking for church accountant, he's here. If you're looking for a pastor in the other redeemed branch that is in the other states, you can find him here. If you're looking for people like brother Akpi that are smokers that want to convert to Christian, you can find them in what? In this cupboard here. That is what we're going to what? Have in mind now. That is what Apollo help us what? To do. Okay, so that is what you see all this grammar that you are putting here, say lead generation, contact base, blah blah blah, nya 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 nya. Leave it. What you mean now? Waiting now this cupboard here. Okay, don't think it's be. In fact, don't think be. Are you seeing how they categorize them there? This one is at the top here. This one at the bottom here. Then this one at the four bottom here. That is how inside Apollo now you have what? You have business owners, you have managers, you have cleaners, you have teachers, you have professors, you have doctors, you have dentists, and what? You have startup companies, you have people living in Warri, people living in Lagos, people living in where? In London, in UK, Canada, and where? And India. You can find them using what? Using Apollo. That's why I said you should consider Apollo as what? As this our cupboard. Now I don't say this one's small compared to what's inside Apollo, but just try to get it in a what? In a more simpler sense. Okay? Now, we are going to use Apollo now to start doing this thing proper as it should be. Okay? And the first step to do that is to what? Is to go to Apollo website, which is what? Apollo.io. So that is where we now go and do what? We now go and catch Apollo in full regalia. Okay. So I'm still going to share this for those that are in the comments, I mean in the chat, to get used to it and then start navigating along with me if you can. If you cannot, just wait when you get the video. You do what? You just watch. Okay. So this is just how we're going to start now. So I hope we have already started making any sense about this whole thing. I hope it is now making sense. Do we understand I mean why I use the cupboard? Do we understand the reason why I use the cupboard? Do we understand what I gave as Akpi and Sister Nkiru carrying flyer to go and make disciples? Do you understand it that way? Okay. So now we can now do what? We can now go and continue with our exploration. So this is our Apollo now, and you can see that the screen here, I think they've actually changed this. What they presented is actually correct too. So they have actually changed this interface here. You can see that we have get started for free and sign up for free here. It's the same thing now. If you check it now, the link goes to the what? To sign up page. This one also goes to the what? Sign up page. So if you know your girlfriend do you well yesterday, click here. If your girlfriend did not do you well yesterday, you can click here. If your husband do you well yesterday, click here. If he's not doing you so well today, you can click here. Okay. If you are very, very happy, you can do what? Click here. If you're not so happy, you can click at the bottom here. All right. So me, I'm happy. I will click here now. You see now, this guy that is smiling here, say, where is he coming from? Who is he? Who goes you? Who you? Where you from? So here now, say sign up for what? Apollo, free forever. So you can do what? Click on this sign up. By signing up, I agree to what? Apollo terms and what? Service. Then your next shot is to what? Is to skip this part here and come to the bottom here to click on sign up with Gulu. Okay? Sign up with Gulu. I think they even changed their logo recently, sef. Wise guys. Okay, we are now here now. So our next shot is to what? Is to use either this one, but I think I'll just use this one, so I don't want to waste my time. So I'll just go straight to this one and continue to create my account with it now. Then the next thing is to what? Is to click on continue. Okay. Now I've been able to create my account now, and I've selected the account I want to use to create my account on Apollo. So the next is to what? Is to answer some little jam questions. People can now do what? Can now continue. He said, please wait, you'll be redirected. So just give it some time, and it will now start asking some kind of some little jam questions. So he says, what best describes you? Like I've always maintained, I said what? It's either you're going to use an owner or a founder or a CEO, because you want to have a full access. And except you are the owner of the business, you cannot really see the entirety of the business. So just use the word the founder or the owner or the CEO of the company, so they can give you a full interface. Okay. So I click on continue now. Now it says blah blah blah, find and get in touch with Liz, blah blah blah. Of course, I'm going to use this first one here. So I'll click on this one and I'll do what? Let me say find and use blah blah blah. I'll continue now. Can you see? You can use this one. You can also continue by using this one and all of that. Just click on what? Continue here. You say, what is your level of experience using sales tech? I'll say low. In fact, I rarely use what? Sales tech. Okay, so choose anyone here and do what? And continue. Now it says link your mailbox. Of course, when we did HubSpot, when we did Fresh Desk, we know what we use this our mailbox here for. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to click on this now to connect my what? My mailbox. Okay. So I'll click on this because I want to use my Gmail account. Then I'll come down to click on what? Okay. I will check the box. Then next is to what? Click on continue. So I'm going to continue now to select the email address I want to what? Use. So I will use this one. And I will continue again. And my inbox, I'll come back. Can you see where it says select what Apollo can access here? This one, this one, this one. But do what? Just check here to select all of them. Okay. So next is to what? Is to click on continue. Some people now come and start understanding why your own is not working so well, because you did not do the right thing. You were just in a hurry. Do you know it? Say yes, I don't do. I'm finished now. All right, now come on the start lead. You can't begin the sweat. That is how it is if you're in so much in a rush. What's happened? Why no give me access? Anyway, so let us just try it again and see what happened here. You say your plan can only link one mailbox, then why you not continue for me? I'll say continue or skip. Now it says what? Would you like to invite any teammates? Me, I will say just continue. I don't want to invite. I'll just say what? Skip. Okay? I'll skip it. I don't need that. So let's get started and do what? Can I say okay, continue. So I will go here to do what? To click on continue, and I am now in my workspace. Okay, just let all these things here be. Nothing concern you. Concern this one. This one is about they say register for a live webinar, blah blah blah. This one is for them to do whatever they want to do, maybe a meeting. But we are not interested in this one here. So we're going to do what now? Continue from where we for what we came for. Okay, so we are now here, and this is where we're going to what? Start our journey. Start our what? Journey. So you can see that Apollo has different sections. You just have to saw it in other tools. We have different sections here. We have home, people, companies, list, data enrichment, sequence, emails, calls, meetings, conversations, and what? Deals. Okay, so I'm going to go forth now to explain all these tabs here one by one. But before then, let me use 2 minutes to do what? To take some questions from you guys. We are back from our question, and this is our home. Our home is giving us what? Some okay. Oh, this is what I mean. They are not doing so much nice. I love this. Oh my lord. Oh, let me chop this thing. They go like that. Can I take on sweet? Kai wallahi. It's sweet though. So of course, you know what we normally see this home as our dashboard, right? When we did our HubSpot and Fresh, it was showing us what dashboard. So of course, you know what happens here, right? This one is place where you can actually see what see brief overview of what you've been doing. You can see your here is showing you your leaderboard for calls completed, leaderboard for what emails sent in the last 30 days. Then here's for what your sequence performance, like how your sequence performed. That is for the home. Then project, I mean for the people here, this is where the main work for your whole Apollo is going to be done. So this is where this our cupboard now that we say we have here now. This is where it is under the people here. But something is here now, something is wrong here. Okay. Apollo allow us to perform what? To perform searches for people based on name, based on company where they are working, based on their email status, their job titles, their company where they are working, their location, like if they're living in the US. So if you wanted to find people in the US, Canada, UK, Azerbaijan, Kafanchan, you can actually find them by what? By using these filters. So these things are called what? They are called filters. All these things you see here from this person, I mean from this up here down, is all called what? Filters. But one is missing. And that's the most important one of them, which is what? The name filter is what? Is missing. It's not here. How do you not get the name filter? You can do what? Come to the bottom here where they have more filters here. Click it. If you click on it now you can see that we now have name here. Can you see name here? Now on this name now you see that there is one small pin here next to the name that look like fish bone. You do what? It should be showing you when you hover over it, it will be showing you blue. Now click on it now, and you can see that the name now jumped down to this side. So that means you have now added that name filter to this part of where you're going to be using it now. So your next thing is to what? Is to click on apply filters. So click this one, and your name filter is still there. So you are now good to start your searching for people at a go. So how do we search for people now? You can use here to start searching for people based on their name, right? But I don't want to do this one yet. Now, apart from searching for people, now you can still search for what? For companies using this what? Companies tab here. Then when you find people that you actually like here, you can save them as what? As a list. And when you now compile the list now, you can find them under where? Under this list here. But you see that our own is still very much empty. Then we have the data enrichment now. Somebody want to say, what did it even mean, sef? Data enrichment means say what? It means say you're trying to like refine your the contact that you have now. Like you found people now when you were searching for them. You found them, you found their name, their email, their phone number, and where they are working. But peradventure, what you have from Apollo here is an old database of maybe 3 months ago. And maybe that person now changed job like last month here. So this one will now help you to what? To find the current place where the person is actually working. That is what you use this place here for. It's enrichment because it helps you to what? To curate and make sure that the details of the lead that you found is correct and accurate. Because if the person was using Dangote at chisom.com before because he worked there, now that he has been sacked or he left, his mail has what? Changed from Dangote to what? That of the mail he's using in a new company. Maybe he's not using maybe because he now moved to maybe like he now moved to maybe NNPC. Okay, so his email is now what? Is now chisom at nnpc dot what dot whatever. That is what we mean by what? Data enrichment. So this one will help you to what? To find the new email or the new company that the person is working, or the person's new name, or the person's new phone number. That is what this place here can what? Help you to what? To find. Then we now have our sequences. Your sequences is like that thing that we did in hotspot automation, where we were, where we now use all these our messages to what? We will now configure our message that whenever people fill the form, they should receive a message. That is what this place here looks like. Okay, then when you now send this one out, now you can now monitor your what? Your mails, because they're going to be responding to you. Say, hello Dr. Tanwa, I saw your message about bleaching cream. Okay, I'm interested, please send me 10. You see their mail from what? From this tab here. Now some people might not send you mail. They might say, they might do what? They might give you a call. When they give you a call, you can see that word, you can see that here. Or if you actually want to call them, you can simply come here to what? To install calling tool here, like maybe like Alloware, like Call Hippo, like Mojo Sale and the rest of them. You can actually install those things here, so that whenever you see a new lead, you can do what? You can drop them a call. We're using that word, using what you install. In fact, mind you that here now you don't put a phone here. You just do what? Install a software that they call Allo. Let me show you what they call Alloware. Alloware. Look at it. Now this one is what? Is Alloware. It's a phone system that can work in your what? In your CRM system. You just need to come here and do what? And install it, and it will be here. So if you want to make any call, you can call. We have a call hippo and the rest of them. So that is what they use here for this call section. Now, this one is your what? It's your sequence where you are nurturing your customers to begin what? To start engaging with your product. So when they now say, okay, I'm interested in whatever you're selling or offering me, they can now come down to what? To meeting here. Someone will say, okay, let us have a meeting about this product. When can it be? You cannot come here to do what? To schedule the meeting. Okay, you can say, okay, you cannot go and create a meeting with your what? With your with your Zoom, Google Meet, or what? Microsoft Teams. You can even put your whatever, the other one here, and then use it to what? To schedule a meeting with that customer. Then what you guys will discuss will be on where? On this part here. See, now it will be on this part. When you now schedule the meeting with this meeting tool here, then your meeting live will be what? Will be on these conversations here. Whatever you guys are talking about will be under conversations. Then you know that what? You have actually found this guy from here now. You've actually done your sequencing, and you guys have grown to emailing each other, and you have actually put a call to him, and you have even had a meeting about the product, and even conversed about the product. Now it's not to what? To now say, okay, I like the offer that you made me now. Let me just do what? Let us just have this, and so I can be able to start enjoying the product. You cannot come and do what? And create your deal here. Okay, you can create your deal. Okay, that is our deal for what? Maybe $1.2 billion. You can do what? Create that deal here and do what? They can receive their notification, then they can now even what? Pay you for that product or that service that you are what? Selling to them. Then of course, we know what our task is used for. Maybe you want your teammates to call some people here, you can actually do that here. If you want them to email some people, now you can do what? Use email task here. If you want them to message them on maybe on LinkedIn, you can use your LinkedIn task, and so on and so forth. Okay. Then you know what your workflow is used for. Of course, if we did justice to this one, that will not be issue. We already know them. This one here is our template. Okay, so I think I will still do some little video on this one. Okay. Then analytics is what will show us how we have been performing. Okay. That's what we have here now. So it will be showing us our performance in what? In graphical what? In graphical method, in charts, bars, and pictogram, and the rest of them. If you have done that analytics, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about here. Now, that is what we do in all these tabs here. The next thing is to what? Is to come back to what? To people. But before the people part, we have admin setting here, which allow you to what? To set up your what? Your Apollo environment. Maybe how you want to be receiving messages, who you want to be adding as staff member, who you want to be sacking, and the rest of them, which one you want to give access to, and then your integration and all of that. You can see them here. And then if you want to upgrade your plan, you can do that from this part. And that is just how it is what? It is done. Now let us now go and see how Apollo can be likened to this my small cupboard here. Okay, so I will now go back to the what? To the people tab, which is here. You see now, this is my people tab here. So people tab now is where we now have all the people that we want to find using Apollo. So you can see that here now, Apollo gives you a what? A brief estimate of all that it has in its what? In its database here. You see that total is what? 218 million, oh no, sorry, 218.4 million what? Details. Then net is what? The same, and then you have saved nothing out of it. Okay. So to start saving, now what do? We need to go and start searching for people here. So I'll come here towards people to this name here, and I'll start searching. So what if your company said, now maybe your boss said, we are looking for somebody named, somebody that is named. In fact, we want to make a message that will congratulate all people in Nigeria that are bearing the name what? The name Richard. You can now use this one to what? To find them out using the name filter here. So you can come here to do what? To know what? To type Richard. And then you do what? Press enter and watch. See what will happen here? This is everybody that is bearing Richard globally, all around the world. You can see that we have what? You see that here now we have about 503,800 what people that are bearing what? Richard. These people have at least a Richard in their name. You can see them here. There are so many of them. You can just keep scrolling until you get to what? 500 and what? 3,000 people here. So now Apollo help you in such a way that what? When you find these people, when the list come out, you can see their name, their job title, where they are working, which is under the company tab here, and then even their email address can be what? Can be shown you here if you click on this access email. Then you see that we have phone numbers here. You see the phone number here, and so on and so forth. You can even see where they are located, which is what? See it here under the location tab. And you can even see their company now, how many people are working there. You can see it here. Then their company now, the industry of the company. You can see if they manufacture furniture, they manufacture whatever, maybe they're into oil and gas. You can see that from this what? Company industries what? Section. And that is what Apollo can what? Help you to do. That is one filter now. Now observe again now that what? That here now, as you are putting this filter now, when you see this one now, you can see that we have one filter here. You see that it's actually showing us what? That we are using one filter here now. Okay. So this shows that what? We are just using what? One filter. So if you combine other things here for one search, you're going to what? You're going to what? See that it will what? It will add up here. Now let us assume that I want to find people that are bearing Richard that are located in where? Let us say in the United States now. You see? What will happen is that what? That you now see that I'm not having what? I'm not having like two filters because I have one here. I also have one more here. So that is now what? Two filters in what? In total. So if you also observe, you can see that what? That here now, it has actually changed to what? 242,000 instead of 503.8 thousand. So that shows that what? We have actually done what? Done some filtration to what? To remove some before now. So you can even go further and say, okay, no, not the entire US. We want people that are living in the US, but in where? In particular New York. Maybe you can say, okay, US and maybe United. Maybe you can say, okay, US and particular. Maybe you can say United States of America, and maybe in a particular location, maybe New York. Okay, let us say New York, or let me even say Hillside. You can put Hillside. You can see now when you click on it, it say address, city or what? Zip code. Let me just put New York here so you can see what will happen now. New York, and I'll hit what? I'll hit enter. You see? It said error, person location radius, blah blah blah. Just remove this thing here. Just remove it. I don't need this mile here. Let's just remove this one here. I don't need this one. Okay. So let us say, okay, let us put state, region, whatever, and we can come here to do what? Say, okay, region can be what? Can be anything, maybe New York. Let's put New York there. You see, New York will come up with something. Let us see. See New York here. You see now, we have now narrowed it down to what? To a particular region within the what? Within the US, and you can now see that we now have 10,100 people. So this is just how you do what? How you keep on filtering until you get what you're looking for. So now I now have how many filters? I now have three filters here. One filter, three filter, and what? And here is our what? I think we have about four filters here now, right? We have four filters. Was it three? One, two, right? So we have two filters only, right? So that is just how this one here works. So this is just how filtration actually works. So some of you were asking me, how can we find people that are, that are into HR and all that? That is what you have here as what? Job titles. If you come here now, you can do what? You can say, okay, we are looking for what? Human resources. You see now, can you see human resources manager here? That is your HR. They are here now. Can you see human resources? Click on it and it will what? It will come out. Can you see? We have about 2.6 million people that are into what? Human resources. This one is what? Global level. This one is global scale. It's on a global level, like world over. Okay? Then some of you wanted to ask and say, Ekwi, what is the source of these people? How is Apollo getting these people here? Look at it here. You see now? Are you seeing the links here? This shows you that what they got these people from where? From LinkedIn. So Apollo works by what? By scraping LinkedIn database, and they're using that to what? To tailor this product for you guys to what? To use. Apollo and Lemlist, they'll use LinkedIn what? Database to tailor these things here for you. So if you search for these people now, you're going to see them on where? On LinkedIn. If I click here now, I should be able to see this person's profile on where? On LinkedIn. That is what this here means. So if I click on it, you can see that that person actually exists here. Let me copy it and show you the other way. So I'll copy the link and I'll come to my other tab. This is my other browser. And I'll do what? I'll just paste it here now and I'll click on enter. So you can see that the person actually exists here as Kodakita. See the person now? This is the person. It's a what? It's a HR person. So don't think that we are playing here. We are not here to play. So yes, guys, that is it now. Apollo is what? Apollo is real. So that is what we can use these filters here for. We can even still do more filter. Like we can use okay. We can say okay, I want to find people that are working solely in one particular company. Maybe let us say Dangote. I'll come here and say what? Dangote. Okay. And if I say okay, Dangote Limited or Dangote, cement, I can say okay, Dangote cement. I'll click on it now, and it will bring what? It will bring out what people that are working in what? In Dangote here. So if your campaign or your email outreach was targeting people that are working in Dangote cement, you can do what? Use this filter here to what? To find them and then save them up and what? And then send them your campaign email to go and read and what? Come to your site or come to your meeting or come to your event. That is how you can use one to what? To find that. Then we also have another filter here which is called what? We also have the location filter here. I think I done this one just now. This one is to find people living in a what? In a particular region or particular state or country. Okay? So I can copy another. Okay, I'm looking for people that are living in where? In let us say UK. So I click here and it will bring it out for me. There are about 12 million people in what? Living in the UK. So you can see that they are all here now. Okay, so that is that for UK. You can even say, okay, let us find people that are also living in where? People that are living also in, let us say, let me click on France. I'll put France here. It will not add it up as what? As, another, you can see that we now have two filters here. Okay, so this one is actually what? Two filter. Now, what if I wanted to find people that are living in France that are bearing the name of what? The name, what name now? Franco. Right? I will hit enter and that will now become what? Three filters. You can see that I have one here, then I have two here. So 2 plus 1 is what? Is 3. So these are people that are living in where? In France and UK that are bearing at least Franco in their name. That is just what we are doing here. And you can see that the thing actually is here as what? 2,100 people. And that is just how this here works. So let me see, go back and take some questions before we continue. Because some of you are now. We have actually used our filter tool here to find the name Franco, Franco, right? Now we want to what? Start saving people now. So now there's something called Boolean in mathematics. Let me delete all these things here. All this my, So there's something called what? There's something called what? Boolean in mathematics. Let me teach you Boolean from this Apollo now. So you see here, Boolean is like when you go to a small box or a small bucket here that is filled with what? With card, right? Now they have card inside. Then they say you should what? They say you must what? You must pick a card that contains what? The name of a boy and name of a what? Of an animal. So you cannot do what? Dip in your hand to what? To pick the card, right? So because you are picking for something that is what? A name of animal, and the name of what? A boy. That's what? A Boolean, because you are trying to do what now? Combine two things at what? At the same time. Now, on Apollo, we do the same thing as well. That's why I said, now perhaps they said, find me a Michael Scofield, or let's just say, find me somebody that is called what? Michael Scofield, that lives in where? You can say that lives in a particular location called where? Called maybe, let us say the person must live in where? In Texas. Can come here to what? Okay, Texas. Then you now do what? You now hit what? Enter. So you have done what now? You have done what? Two Boolean is in play here. You can see that we have, okay, I think we have Michael Scofield there. You can just come here, type what? Michael Scofield. That's the name there. Hit enter. You see now? It will now appear here as what? This is what? 1, 2. So in all now, he found only what? One person that lives in where? In Texas. That bears the name what? Michael Scofield. This one is a what? It's a Boolean now. Okay? Then we can even say, okay, we don't want it to be from Texas. From Texas. We want it to be from where? Maybe from New York. So you can come here and do what? And type New York. Let me go back to the location. Now I'll type what? I'll type New York here. I'll type New York. I live in New York. Can you see New York here? I will click on this New York /US. I'll type on it. And it will what? It will show me now. Can you see? Still the same Michael Scofield, only one person. Right? What if I wanted to do it for the entire USA? I'll say what? United what? United States. What will happen is that what? It will come out what? Plenty. Okay, let us say United States. Can you see United States here? I'll click on it now. And what will now happen is that what? I will get them here. They will come out. Can you see? It's now about what? 22. That is how Boolean actually does what? Does what? Combining two filters at what? At the same time to find a particular person or a particular lead. Okay. Now somebody can come to you on Fiverr, on maybe on Upwork, and say, hello, we are looking for people that are managers in companies in the United States and the UK. Now what are you going to do with that one? That one now means that what? You're going to come here and use the what? Job title filter. So they say they want managers. You can come here and say, okay, come to this place. I see where they say job title here. Click on it and put what? Manager. Okay. You can now come to the bottom and do what? Select on location, because they say in a particular location called what? They say UK. Right? You can click on this place here and enter what? United Kingdom. United Kingdom. Look at it here. Click on it now and do what? It will see now, it will start working. That means that we have about what? 2.3 million people that are what? That are managers in the United what? Kingdom. Okay, so you see that now we're no longer using name filter now. We're now using what? The job title filter now. Okay, so you can even say, okay, I want them to be people that are working where? That work in any company in the US. Let me come here and do what? And type, let me say maybe Google. Let me put Amazon now. Let me just put Amazon. So you see now, it will not give me people that are bearing what? People that are managers that are in where? That are in the United Kingdom, that are working with where? With Amazon. Can you see? 6,300 here. That is what you can actually do with what? With this Apollo. Apollo is so rich that what? It can actually make you what? Powerful as a salesperson. You can actually start getting sales anyhow. Okay. Now, what about employee? They say, okay, hello, we are going to hire you as well, what? As our lead, as our lead specialist or as our lead expert. But we need people that are working in particular industries. You can come here to do what? Say, okay, they are looking for people that are working in maybe particular. Maybe they say, okay, they are looking for people that are maybe that are into what? Into maybe cloud here, maybe cloud engineers. You can come and do what? Put cloud here, and then do what? Hit enter. You see, will you can find something? I think it will find something here, right? It will find somebody here. Look at it now. You see now, these people are what? They are people that are working in where? They are people that are what? You can see that we now have like 3 filters and 4 filters. You see 1 filter, 2 filter, and what? 3 filter, then 4 filter, and also what? 5 filters here now. This one is all what? It is all Boolean. You can combine them all to what? To find things that you need. Now when you come here and you can see that these people here, they are all in where? From Amazon. Nothing else is here now. So this one is more like what? Like you are filtering rice with your basket in the house, or with your, like say with your strainer in the house. Okay, you go and buy Auchi rice now. It has stone, but or let me say the rice has actually it has some dust in it. So what do you do now? You can also use our filter to what? To bring out only just the rice and then let the dust flow down. Right? That's what you are doing here now. So this one is what? This one is our what? Is our rice now. So the other ones that are about 200 and something million people are no longer here. Just only people that are working with what? With Amazon. Now, how do you find their email? If I click on this place now, I can see their what? I can see their email. So if I click on here now, it will show me what? It will show me their email here. Can you see? It says onboarding task completed. Can you now see the person's email here? That is it. What about the person's phone number? I can see it here as well. If I click on it now, I will find the person's what? Phone number. It will be shown here. Just watch now. It is looking for it now. It will find it and it will show me the what person's phone number. That is how this pin actually what actually works. Okay, you see now they say that you say there's no phone number, right? So look at it now. They say view headquarter phone number. Can you see now? This is person's office phone number here, right? So this is just how this whole stuff here works. Okay. Now, how do you now save your leads? How do you save your leads? To save your leads now, okay, what do? You can come here to what? Where you have actually seen all your leads now that you are looking for. You come here to what? To find them by clicking on what? On this place where they say name. Are you seeing this name here? You can see that there's a small box here. Check this box, and then it will now bring out this small dialog and say, okay, select multiple of what? People. So you are going to do what now? Select only just this 25 because you are using what? Trial account. Click on this one here and do what? Click on apply, and it will what? It will select everything that is here. Only 25 people are going to be what? Selected. Then your next is to what? Is to either export by using here or to add them to a what? To a particular list. Okay, so let me now export them as an Excel sheet. I'll click here to export them. Can you now see? It will now do what? It will now verify their what? Their email. Can you see? It says what? Email verified. Can you now see? So 24 people have the what? They have their email that are what? That are verified. Then what is the next now? I'll click on next here, and I will say what? I will say export all emails. Can you see here? Export all emails. And then I can now do what? I can now say okay, save. Right? I can now say okay, save. Now see what will happen now. Watch now. You see now, it is now going to what? Export them as what? As a, can you now see that it says what? It says success, contacts added. It may take 1 to 2 minutes for the contact to what? To fully show up. So you see now, this is now my what? My contact is now. I can now download into my what? Into my system by clicking on what? On this download here. It will come into my system. You see now, it is here now. So if I'm to click here now, I can now view the what? The CSV file as what? Here. Now can you now see that we now have it in our system now? This is our what? Our stuff here. You can see their name. This is their name now. You can see this is their last name. You can see their job title here. Can you now see? Then we even have the tab for their what? For their email to show, which is what? This part here. You can see their email will be what? Shown here. Right? That is it now. That is just, you can even see their phone number will also be shown here as here now. Can you now see? So is that not sweet? I think Apollo is what? Is sweet now. So if person now say this is your job, can't you do this and deliver it within 5 minutes and then collect your money? You can. Okay, so this is just how to save your what? How to save your list. Now, what if you wanted to like save them in your system or in this your Asana or sorry inside this your Apollo environment? What do? You can click on this plus here to save them inside of your what? Of your Apollo. So I'll click here and afterwards add them to a what? To a list. I will say next. You see now? Now it is now asking me what? The list where I want to add them now. So I'll do what? I'll click on here and I'll say what? A new list. So I'll click on new list and I want to create a new list. Now you see now I will create a what? People list because they are people, not companies, right? So I'll click on people list and I'll put in a name here. I'll say what? I will say Amazon leads, right? Amazon leads, and I'll do what? Let me drag this over here. Sorry. Come on now. Be a good girl, eh? No be gadus be this. No really work, oh. Kill stop. Move now. Okay, so just know that this is how you do what. I just wanted to like find my save at this side here, but I don't know why this thing is not agreeing to move. What make I know they move? I don't know. Eh? Let me come here and try to change it. So let's see. Okay, it's now moving, right? So I cannot do what? I cannot come and do what? Click on this crate here. Can you see that there's a crate here? Click on it. And my list is what? Successfully what? Created. But it will take some time to come here. So just be patient, guys. It will take some time to come or it just refresh. So this now means that what? That if I want to see the list I just created, now I'll do what? I should come to my what? To my lead section of my Apollo to see them. However, if I downloaded them to my system, I should come to my what, to my download and what, and find them here. But because I save it inside my Apollo, I should find them here on my list here. But you see now, it's still creating. Can you now see them here? This is it here now. Can you see? This is my list here. If I open it now, I should be able to see those people here. But I think it's still creating. It is still trying to propagate and come here as a list. So just give it time. It will come up. Okay. You'll be seeing it here as what 25, and it will be showing you who created the list as what Otawa, and when was it created. You see it here, and that is just how it works. So I don't know whether anybody has questions. Please, we are now back here now, and we want to continue, right? So we have been able to save a list. Let me show you what the list now is like. So you can see that this is my list now. It's still not having anything to show here. I don't know why. The lists are not complete inside. I don't know what happened that is not come. Maybe it will take some time, but it has to come up. So let us now try and do something else. Let me say, somebody just asked me now. She said, how will she now narrow it down? Okay, you can come here, click on what, Amazon. This is Amazon, and then come down here to location here. Click on where you can click on anything here. Maybe you can click on maybe let us say not company. Want to work location now should be what? Location should be what? Maybe US. Okay, what do? Just hit on enter, and then you see now it will just come up like this. So Anyagolu, can you see it? Is it clear now? Anyagolu is not hard. Okay, this is not hard. So somebody was asking me, how can I save my list? To save list, what do? Click on this place that looks like a box here. Click on it and do what? You see that small pop-up here that comes by the left-hand side. Come down here to select what? Click on this, select this 25 or this page 25. Click on it here and then do what? Click on apply. You see it now? It has now what? It has now been what? Selected. Then your next is to what? Click on save. Okay? Click on save now. And you now need to select your list where that thing should be saved. Are you now see that it's saying verified mails is what? 25. Can you now see now? So it has actually done what? Enrichment for me already. So I can now do what? I can now say, okay, next. Then I will select my list from here. Can you see where I have my list here? I'll select my list here. And I'll say what? Amazon list is where I want to save it on. And I'll click on that. And I will click on save. I think this one now, it will now work. I think they will enter there now. Let us see. Say finish adding 25 out of 25 prospects, blah, blah, blah. So let me now see what will happen if I go to my list now. Will it save? Let's go here and check. You see now this one actually saved here. It's saved now, right? So if I open it now, I can now see that there is what? 25 people on my what? On my list. You see now, that one is here now. So that is just how to save. First of all, you make your list and then you do what? Push all your list that concerns that particular list in there. If you're looking for 1,000 people that are coming from Nigeria, what do? Create a list and call it what? Nigeria. Then push all your lists that are from Nigeria into that list. You have a what? A uniform list for yourself and your campaign. Okay, that is how that works. All right. So I've actually explained how to find people using the name, using the job title, company, and location. What about the industry keyword? I think that one is not that hard. People are like, maybe people that would say we are into maybe construction. You can see them by what coming here to select what construction. You find them, and they will be what? They will be out there. It's not hard. That one not hard. You can see people that are working in construction. You can see them here. So if you wanted to find people that are into health or maybe psychology, someone that asked me about psychology. Can you see now? You have psychology here. You see, we have psychology here now. Can you see psychology? You know they. Okay, let me say wellness. See, we have them here. Can you see wellness here? You can select this one now, and they will come up here as what? People that are working in health in wellness what? Industry. I don't think we have anyone here yet, but there's supposed to be one, but no problem. Let's just leave it. So if you wanted to find people based on the company or their company size or employee size, you can do what? Use this employee filter, and you can now select, okay, maybe they said we want people that are working in what? In companies with at least 500 to 1,000 people. What do? Come here to what? Select this one, and it will come up. Okay, something is wrong here. Something is wrong. I need to find it out quick and remove it. What is it? Something is wrong here. Okay, I need to remove it ASAP. Let me remove this one now. Something is wrong. I don't know why. Okay, because I'm still in my. I'm still okay. See, now I was still on my list view, but I need to be on my people view. So I'm looking for people that are working in where, that are working in a particular kind of industry, let us call it psychology. So I need to remove all this and I'll come to what? Let me try to say psychology here. Let me see if I can find something. I'll say psychology, day, right? So I can say, okay, construction, will I find them? Of course, they will be there. What about industry keyword here? Like maybe people that are working in maybe wellness or whatever. I'll exit this one, close this one up, and then come to industry and keywords. I'll come here and I will select what? I will select, let's say, I will select what? Maybe psychology, right? That one not there, Abi. Let me come down here to say psychology. Let me even say health. Okay. You see, now we now have health and wellness. In fact, we even have mental health care, right? I'll click on this now. It will show me all of them. There are about 1.1 million people here that are working in what? In health, I mean in mental what? Mental health. But they can also say, okay, we want it to be from maybe from Russia, or maybe let us say they should be from from Dubai. What do you do? Come to location and do what? Select Dubai from here. You can say, okay, Dubai. Just put Dubai here and you are good. Can you see Dubai there? Click on it here. You can see now it will show you what that there are what 2,700 people that are working in where in health and what wellness. Can you now see that? That is just how it works, guys. So this one is not hard, okay? To save it once again, you do what? Click on this, click on what? Select this page 25 and do what? Click on apply. Then you can do what? Click on save here. This one is a new kind of list now. So I will do what? I need to create a new list for it. I will click on what? Next. And I will now do what? I will now say okay. I will say okay. Add it to a what? To a list here. You can add it to a what? To a list. Or you can even create a new list from your word from here. Let me click on say add to list. See add to list here. Then click here. And then do what? Come down here to do what? Try to find another list here. I can this one dey allow person to create another list again. Wetin happen? So I say okay. Put it here inside of what? Amazon list, and then do what? Click on save. Okay. So you can see now they have been saved inside my what? Inside of my Amazon leads what? List there. So that is how it is done there. If I go back there, you can see that my list has what? It has grown to what? Maybe 50. You see now I have 49 here. Okay. So this is just how this whole thing here. Well, if I click on this now, I can be able to see my what? All my leads. Okay. Mind you, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about leads here, not lists. Okay. I say leads. Where's my big biro? I say what? Leads. So leads are what? People that you want to reach out to with your business or your what? Or maybe your proposal or whatever. That's your what? Your leads. So if you wanted to reach out to people that are hiring manager, what do? You can come to what? You can come down to what? To job title here. You see job title here. You can click on it. Each one see on. Are we still together, please? I don't. Okay, I think we are still here. Okay, we are still here. So thank you. So if I want to find people that are hiring manager, I will do what? I will come to this place where they say job title here. I'll click on it. And it should what? It should open for me here to what? Do what I want to. So I can come here and do what? Say hiring manager, right? You can say, let me go to H here. I'll just say hiring manager. Can you now see hiring manager here? I'll click it now. Okay. Then I'll do what? It will show me whoever that works there as what? As that. And I can now do what? I can now finish my stuff and then I can go away, right? That is just how this works, okay? So now we have gotten how to get leads. The next is to what? Our sequence now. So let us now go and do sequencing. There's no time again, but you guys are going to be patient, okay? Your questions actually took our time. So this is our sequence now, okay? So let me go and do my sequence now. Your sequence is actually your what? Your messages that you're sending to people that you have actually saved there as your leads. So know the reason all this big grammar here, okay? Now, you are selling ladies wear, or you are selling anything that you know that you are. I mean, you can actually sell digitally, okay? Even if you are a therapist, you can actually sell your services on what? Online, because you can actually use Google Meet, you can use QuickTime, you can use a Zoom to what? To attend to your customers and do what? And consult with them, right? So your sequence now is your what? How you can be able to what? To create the message you're going to what? Send to these people. That is what you can do with your sequences. But before sequencing, let me just do what I want to do with you guys about generating leads with AI. Okay, so To get lead with your AI now, you do what? You need two systems here, which is your what? Your Google Map and your what? And your ChatGPT. But I think we should finish our Apollo first now, right? Just to avoid confusion. Is that not so? What do you guys think? Should finish Apollo first before we now go into that one? Because time no day again. No, some of you now you cannot wait to go and start your weekend, right? So what should we do? Should we continue with the AI stuff? Abi we should finish that one first? Somebody is asking me how did I save the list? Oh my god. Omo, sorry yo. No vex, eh? We cannot start repeating for everybody because if not, no fit come on for here today. So let us do something on this Apollo now on our sequencing. So what is sequence? Sequence is what? The series of messages that help you to what? To nurture your leads into becoming paying customers. Okay, for instance now, when you go to a shop and you say, my brother, can you come to my house and build a house? You say yes. Now what happen is that what? You keep on pestering you maybe tomorrow now because you now took his WhatsApp number and then he also took yours now. When you now get to the house, you now start saying, please sir, I'm actually the best candidate for your job. Please make sure that you give me the job to what to do for you. That is what is a sequence because he's trying to what make sure that you give him the job to construct your house with him. That is sequencing. Then also, if you want to also toast a babe, yeah, okay, you want to toast a babe now, that continuous push that you keep on giving to that babe, you are going to see the babe today now, you buy her flower, okay? She never say yes yet oh, you buy her flower. Then tomorrow now, you want to go and see her again, you buy her on this, right? Then on Mother's Day, which is tomorrow Sunday, I mean next tomorrow Sunday, you say, okay, hi my angel. Today is Mothering Sunday. Thank you for thinking about being the mother in my life. Ewu, Mbeke. Nonsense. Is she your mother? That one is what? That one is sequence because you're trying to what? Make sure that the customer's heart becomes what? Softened enough to buy your what? Your products. You're trying to make sure that what? That girl Mgbojikwa or Mgbechi or Fumi now becomes what so interested that she will not say, okay, don't worry, I don't agree, you are not my man, or you are not my what, you are not my guy, my ashalugo. That is what you call by what? Sequencing. How do you now do that one inside of Apollo now? You do what? Click on your sequence here, then come to your what? Create sequence here and click on it. Okay, you see that we now have what? AI assisted, we have templates, we have what? From scratch. For me, I love it from scratch because it helped me to what? To be in control. So I'll do what? From scratch. Then I'll now put what? Now I need to name my sequence now. Okay, like what should I call my sequence? I'll call it what? I call it what? Otanwa what? Otanwa market. Okay, because that's my what? Name of my campaign, right? Then I can now come and do what? I'll say, okay, when should this message deliver? So I will say normal business hours. Okay, I can even say anytime. Now, if you don't like what you have here, you can do what? You can actually do what? Create your own what? Schedule. How do you do that? You can come here to what? To create by clicking on this place here. Okay, you can now create your own from here and do what? Use it to what? Just to work for you. So maybe my schedule can be okay. I want it to be what? 7 days of the week. So I can click on new schedule here and I'll call it what? I'll call it what? All week. Just anything you like, okay? So far you are going to identify later. Then this is your time zone now. I need to select what? My time zone should be what? Should be Nigerian time. I can even use London because I think we and London will use the same time. I've been changing a 1 hour difference or whatever. So I need to what? Use London time to tailor my words, my message. I cannot find West African time. I will just use what? London time. So I can now say, okay, create now. You see now, it will not ask me what are the days that I want this to what? To go. So me now, I want it to go for all the days of the week. So I will do what? I will click on this and I will say from when. It should start from when? It should start from 1 a.m. till when? Till in the morning. Maybe 1 a.m. till about when? About 12, what? 12 p.m. in the afternoon. That one is okay. 12 p.m. Okay? Then I will say what? Add to block. Then I'll come down to my Tuesday here and do the same thing. Say what? From 1 a.m. till when? Till 12 in the afternoon, 12 p.m. and add that. Then here also the same thing. You do that same thing for as many days as you want this thing to be displayed to your target audience. You do the same thing with them because you want to make sure that that it works according to what you want. Okay, because they will say hello, because maybe you're not in Upwork, they will say hello, we want you to come and help us to create a sequence that will target our customer in 7 days of the week from 7 a.m. till 12 p.m. Now what they do so e not pass like this. Okay. So on Thursday is what? On Thursday is from when? Thursday is from when? From let us say from 1 a.m. till when? Till the same 12 p.m. Just like that. You cannot add. So the message will deliver every day at this scheduled what? This scheduled time. Okay. Do that and add it. And then here also Sunday, because today now I want you guys to receive my message tomorrow. So I'll do what? I'll say, okay, add it now. Okay, I will say, okay, 12, and I will add to block. Are you not seeing it now? I think I've done it many times. So document ask me, how did you do it? It's the same thing. Okay, come here, select on 1 a.m. till when? 12 p.m. Then you are good now. So I'm not done. I'll do what? I'll say, okay, save. You see now, this is now our schedule. Now, so if I come back here and I cannot say, okay, I cannot see my schedule here. I will not see the name there. Let me just do it and see. I'll just do a refresh. I will say create sequence, and I'll say from scratch. And I'll click here now to see. No, it did not refresh. Let me see. Let me refresh the thing again. So I'll refresh it now so that I can be able to see my schedule there. So I'll click on new sequence, and I'll click on what from scratch, and I'll name it what? I'll name it Ottawa Market, right? Is it not Ottawa Market that we said before? Ottawa. Ottawa. Ottawa what? Market. And I'll do what? You see, so now I'll click on here and I'll say what? Are you seeing all week here? It has not come here. Click on it now. You see now, look at the timing here. Monday, 11 a.m. 1 a.m. to 12. That is it. I'll do what? I'll click on create. You see now? It is now what completed. So what is now what my institution is now what to add step. Now you know that day that we did the hotspot workflow, we were talking about branch. Here it is called what step here. Okay. So my next step is to what is to add my contact into this place now. What are my contacts? My contacts are people that I have on my list that I've already saved here now, or people that I can actually import from my CSV. Remember that we have already a CSV file that we downloaded, right? We can actually import them into this place now and then send them our message. But let me assume that I want to use my list. I will click on here to select my list that I've already saved, and I will come down to this part here. See that we have list here. I'll click on the list here. You see now it is now there that I have 49 contacts here. I will do what? I will say add 49 contacts. You see now they are now here. It's now adding. Can you see? It has been completed what? Added them. So next is down to what? To now go and create my what? My message now. How do I create a message? I will come here to click on add step. You see now, if you now say, do you want automatic email? I will say no. What about manual email? I will say yes. Now that one I did like. This one I will say no. This one I will say what? Yes. Okay, so I will do what? Click on manual email here. And here cannot be what now? So if you click on this your step here, this one means that what they are going to give you AI what? AI generated what? Email. Or automatic email will just come in and what? Will be on your what? On your system. But what if you don't have that in your own workspace? Maybe your company say we don't have money, please use the manual one. You wanna come and start dragging her. You say, I don't know how to do it, so how can I do it now? That's why I'm using what the manual so you can learn it better. Okay. So I'll do what? I'll say manual email. Okay. Now it is now asking me now when to start this step. And I will say what this step should start what? Should start 10, maybe let me say 30 minutes after what? After I added them in here. You can even change it to what? To hours or days. So if you wanted your this now to deliver after 30 days, you can do what? Click on days here. If it should be after 1 day, you do what? Click 1 here and then select your day from here. If you want it to be in 1 hour, you do what? Click on 1 here and then select hours here. Check it now. If it should be in minutes, you do what? Enter the minutes here. Let's say 25 minutes. Okay, and you do what? Select 25 minutes here. Select your minutes here, and then you are good. Then priority of this task should be what? It should be high priority because you want the one thing to what? To go, right? So what do you do now? You can come here to what? To actually do. If you want to limit it to what, maybe for the past 24 hours, how many emails you want it to send, you can limit it here and all of that, but I'm not interested in that one. Okay, so I'll do what? Click on continue. Okay, now it is now giving me what? Where I'm going to what? Create my message now. I'm going to create my message here in this place here. So I will take my actions here. It will what? It will manifest in this part. Okay, so we are going to do that now so you can see it in action. So it say what? Your subject. Your subject is actually your what? Your mail title that you receive in your what? Like sometimes if you get your Gmail account, now if you go to your Gmail account, let me show you what it mean by mail subjects here. Okay. This one now is a what? Is a mail subject now. This one is the subject here. Can you see it here? This one here is what? Is flash sale. That's my what? My subject. This one is what? Notification, domain move, invitation, blah, blah, blah. This one is what? AdSense, user removed. This one is what? Your confirmation code. This one is what? Mail subject here. So you don't be asking me later, say, how do you create mail subject? I don't have my own. Where can I buy it inside my house? So what is my subject now? Say, okay, let me think what I want to sell. Maybe I want to sell mosquito coil. Or let me say maybe I want to sell Otanwa cream. Okay. So I'll call it what? I'll call it what? The 7 day what? The 7 day what? 7 day active what? Active bleaching what? Bleaching cream. Okay, you see now? It will not show like this. Can you see now? You say the 7 day what? Active bleaching cream. Can you see the subject here now? Then next is to what? Is to now put the body of my what? Of my message now. Okay. So I cannot come here and say, okay, let me put something here, like maybe I can also, okay, let me use personalized words with AI. Maybe it will not give me something like, maybe say, can you not see where we have this use personalized openers here? I can click on this now. You see now, it will not put something here. You say, I was intrigued by Amazon's commitment by what? It is picking this from the word, from the fact that these people here, they work with what? With Amazon. That is why it is what? Picking this Amazon something here. Then I can now do what? Enter my own email at the bottom here. But let me still add their name here. Let me put their name. I will say, dear what? I'll put something here. I think it should be, no. Let me use something else. I will use this one. Yes, dear. I will put first name. First underscore name should be here. Right? Something like that. I don't know if it will work out, but it should work out. Let me put a bracket inside. No. Bracket inside. Sorry, guys. I'm coming. So let's put brackets in there so you can be able to what, to mention their name, right? So that kind of stuff. Then I'll put comma here. Then I'll now come down here to what, to type my message at the bottom. So that, let me go to my ChatGPT and do what, and get a small message and then use it for. So I will say what, generate. Oh, sorry guys. So I will say generate what, generate a what. Come on now, I don't want to log in. Go back. I don't want to log in. Just me the way I did it. Generate a what, a quick email what, email template for a bleaching what, a bleaching cream to be used in Apollo sequence, right? This is a cream. So I'll do what, I'll hit enter and then it will give me something here. Can you see? This is it now. So it will not give me this message. I cannot come out to what, to do what now, to now say, okay, let me take it up and then I will not come and paste this here. Can you see now? It will not be like, now this is not my message here. This is like it's going to display when it gets to that person's what, that person's name. I don't know what this thing should be dot here. I think it should be dot. I don't know, but it's supposed to be dot and it's supposed to be showing me the person's name. Let me see. But that is just how it's supposed to be there. So now we can now say, okay, this is now our message. Now we can now do what? We can now say, okay, let us send the message and see if it will what? If it will send. Now, this is our message now. It will be looking like this now. If we wanted to maybe say, somebody was asking, what if they wanted them to like come and click on his site? What will he do? And I said, for that one to happen, you need to do what? Come down here where you have this your message now. Come to the bottom here and do what? You can simply just add a link. Are you seeing link here? You can even add a button. If you have a button code, you can actually put a button if you want to. But me, I just want to add a link. You see, now I have a link here. I will just say, okay. I'll just say, okay, click here. I'll put the link here as what? At google.com, right? Google.what.com. No, it should be google.com. Now I'll do what? I'll say click here to get what? To get 20% what? Discount. Okay, then I'll do what? I'll click on save. You see now, it is now here as what? As a link. I can now do what? Make it bolder or thicker. You know, some people like it thick, right? So I will say what? Make it thick or make it bold. Okay, stuff like that. So this is my what? This is now my what? My sequence now. For the step A, I can now do what? I can now say, okay, let us save it. And then I can even send myself a what? A test email to see how it works. So I can do what? Send myself a what? A test email here to see if actually the thing actually did what went. So I will come to my email here to check, right? Where can I get my mail? I think I have my mail. My mail should be here. Let me go to my Gmail account and check. So I'll come here and I will select my email from this list here and check if it actually came. Let's see. Did it come? Are you seeing now that it actually came here? Can you see now? It came, right? So this is our message now. This is it here now. Can you see now? So if I click here now, it can take me to my website. So they will receive this message here like this now. Okay. But this one now is not working. I don't know what I did wrong here. So I think I've forgotten the code, but let me just go back and change it. So I can come here now to do what? Now to now say, okay, dear customer or dear new customer, right? Just make sure that it will actually call their words, So the number might feel like maybe I'm a kind of scammer, right? So I'll do what, I'll put that like that now. That I will do what now? I can now say, okay, I've checked it now that it's actually delivering. I can now do what? I can now say, okay, I can now say, okay, save. See now, I'll say what? Save. You see now, I've actually saved this message now. And so if I come here and I can do what? I can now do what? I can now activate this mail by what? By clicking on this what? Clicking on this place here to say what? Activate. Or I see where they say launch here. I can click on what? Launch. If I click on launch now, this message will what? It will start going. Okay, so I would click on what? Launch. You see now, it says launch sequence without contacts. But I have contacts now, waiting subs. I'll click on here to add contact again. Maybe that one did not work. I'll click on select list and I'll come here to say, okay, this one is a list I want to work with, and I'll say what? Add. Let us now see if it will work. You say for net contact cannot be added already in the sequence. So why is it not telling me I send without contact? Why now? So what? I'll just simply do what? I'll say, okay, it's already there. I should do what? I should just click on what? Launch and do what? And launch. It should be what? Start going now. See now? It says you earn 10 credits, keep blah blah blah. That one is not my business. Okay, so this is how to do what now? How to actually do what? Send out your what? Your campaign or your your sequence to your customer. Now the first message is your what? It's your introductory message about your business and all of that. So that is what your first message should do. Then if you now come down here now to your main, you can now see that your message actually what started going to these people one by one. Can you now see it's actually going here? Can you now see it here? This is it here now. So they will now start receiving your message what? One by one. Okay, that is what this thing here means. Okay, they will start receiving your message and say, okay, okay, this is your message. Okay, we have your message already. We are going to what? We are not going to what? Start responding to, I mean, they will not start responding to you one by one and probably start buying from you. If that is their what? Their interest, they will start buying from you and so on and so forth. Here now, it's trapped here, maybe because this thing actually has not really worked out perfectly well. But let me try and see if I can actually edit it and see what the problem here is. This is active. This is actually supposed to work. Unlock more tracking. I don't want to do that one. What happened? No one force me. So it's supposed to actually work. I don't know why it is not working, but that is just how to do it. It's not like you guys don't know how to do it. I mean, you guys have actually survived HubSpot workflow. So what thing they had there? So this is how to do what? How to send out your email. So when you now start responding now, you'll be going here to what? To go and see their responses from this part and now start doing what? Now start sending it to them. I think this one actually is waiting for the time. Okay, yes, it's actually waiting for the time to what? To arrive. Then it will now start delivering. So I was going to say, let me take your emails and then send you this thing, but some of you will not bother. So there's no need. Okay, so I don't know whether anybody still have any question here. So that is just how sequencing and Apollo works. I know some of you actually came late. That's why I was saying, let me close this meeting before I will say. But some of you now, I know that if I close it now, some of my people are still going to be lagging behind because maybe they have network issue and then they just did not arrive on time. That's why I say, okay, let me just open it up so that people can actually get to add the second step. Now you can do what? You can simply do what? Say, you can simply open this or sequence now. Let me open it up now. You see now, we have our step here, right? Just add this step here. Okay? You can add the step and do what? And then add the rules. Okay? You can simply add your step here by simply click. Maybe I cannot use my automatic email here. Let me click on this automatic email and then say what? You say set the amount of time you like to wait between steps. I'll say 3 days here. If you want it to be hours, you can select hours, right? You can now clear here to say, okay, limit the number of what emails, right? So I don't want to limit it. I will do what? Click on continue, right? You see now, this is now my second step. Now you can now say, okay, now the second step actually sometimes you try to order something online and you did not finish your order. So when you now wait for like maybe 3 days, they will now remind you and say, hello, Cynthia. 2 days ago you were trying to like order this product in our sites and you did not finish. Please, can you finish it now or you don't want to continue with us? Like that. That is a what that can be a step 2 message coming to you directly in your email after you must have interacted with the website before now. So that is just how these guys do all these their things and send you all these messages and all of that. So it's not hard. Okay, it is really really not hard. I think in 1 hour time some of them are going to start receiving the mail because I've actually programmed the mail. It will start delivering to them one by one after 1 hour. That is why it's still showing draft here. Okay, but after that time now, it will start going to them. Then for your workflow, somebody was asking me, Tam, I do workflow. Workflow, no, the fear workflow. Okay, workflow not hard. Workflow is not hard. You can see that we already have templates here, but I like to do my own from scratch, right? Look at it here now. See, when this happened, do this. The same thing that we did inside of our Monday.com, Asana, and ClickUp, and even waiting column, hotspot. The same thing here. When customer responds to this mail, don't deliver the next mail. That kind of stuff is what you see on workflow here. So that means that what when they now message you, the next message doesn't have to go to them. That is what this thing here means. So it's not hard. Let me just click on create workflow, and I can say, okay, maybe start with a template here. I now seen I say sports companies hiring for specific roles, and then this one say engage new hires within their first 90 days and all of that. But this is not what I want to do. I want to do that AI video for you guys to see that it's not hard. Some, if we say we should actually do a lot of things, yeah, let me go and get the assignment. It's not assignment 11, I'll be which one? Let me go to Ottawa group and find. Somebody was saying Ottawa group does not exist. I pity you. If you know how well I'm willing to go for my friends, you don't even believe your eye. Ottawa group actually exists. It is not a fake group. It exists. Okay, so I think if we say we should what? If we say that we should generate leads from where? Say generate leads from where? From Google, right? It's not Google Map. Look at it here. So how do you get that one done now? Okay, how to generate lead from where? From Google Map. We can do that one now. Now that one not go take us 5 minutes. They take time. Okay, so I've already opened my AI, which is this one here. Some of you are going to be asking me, Michael, what about the meetings and conversations? And I've actually told you that when your sequence now start working out, you will start getting email responses, and then from there now you start getting calls, or maybe if you actually do cold call, then from cold calling you can now start arranging meetings for the people that you are calling. Maybe they say, okay, let us discuss about it. You can now discuss what using your scheduling tools here, like maybe your meeting tools like your Zoom, whatever, to do your meeting, and then your conversation can now lead to what? To your deal here. So we don't have any deal yet. Nobody has actually given us a response. So we cannot do all this part yet, but just get the idea that that is what that part is meant for. Okay, then when you now say, okay, I like this, your offer, I like your product, please, how can I buy? You now come here to do what? To create a deal. Yes, say, sir, you're going to pay me 2.2 billion, kwasha. How much is that one? 2 naira. And do what? Collect your money and go away. Now, workflows. Okay, I've said we don't want to do this one. We'll leave it for, maybe for some other time. Maybe if we have time again, we can come back with workflow. But just leave it now. As far as you are a lead generator, you don't need to come down to this part. Okay. As far as they say, come and be generating us leads, you don't need to come down to this part. So just generate your leads for people here and then go away. There's some of you were asking me, Michael, what about if they say they don't want your leads from this place? Or somebody was saying, what if you cannot find the leads from here? And then Ekwi was saying somebody was actually doing real estate lead generation. That one not hard now. I think I did a video for that one on my YouTube channel. Maybe in consequent time we are going to do it together. If you guys behave well, you see this our lead generation here. There are more than 30 tools for it. So if you guys don't behave well, and I don't even talk about it again, I'll just stop here and learn this, and then we'll go away. I don't really bother myself for people that appreciate my small nonsense efforts. Okay, no time for that. So how do you get a lead from Google Map? Google Map now. Okay, let me stop this one on Apollo and then start another one for Google Map.